Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you a rolled hem, a machine rolled hem on my Juki DDL 8700 with these 2 feet. This is a rolled hem 1/8 of an inch in width, and this will be a rolled hem of 3/16. With my muslin, let's get started. So if you're new to my channel, I already have a tutorial a little bit more extensive using some of these feet with very fine fabric, but I thought I would give you a very straightforward tutorial with the muslin to show you technique and what is needed to be done. Okay, so this is on my industrial machine, Juki DDL. I have 2 different feet. This is called the double fold ball hemming foot. And you can see it has a little ball there. This is 1/8 of an inch in width for this particular foot. And this is the hemming scroll sewing machine foot. This is showing 3/16 of an inch. There are just different types of rolling feet. Some tend to be better with thicker fabrics rather than thinner fabrics, but generally both of these will work with dresses and scarves and hems, whether they're biased, whether they're on the cross grain, or whether they're straight grain. So I'm using a stitch length of 2.5. I usually like it to be a smaller stitch when I'm doing a hem, so that's what I have. So first I'm going to take off the foot that I have on my machine itself. I've already loosened the screw. I've lifted up the foot so that it will release that very easily. I'm going to start with the double fold ball foot. I have the needle up as high as I can, lifting the foot to bring that up, then dropping it down to secure it. That's the easiest way for me to do it. And I'm going to tighten the screw up. It's tight. All right, putting the bobbin in. I always have the thread on the palm of my hands like this. And then I put it into the bobbin case through the slit and the tension. And you need to have a little tension there. I'm going to lift the lever, put it underneath. And then I want to get the thread down underneath the foot itself. So I'm going to lift the foot up, turn the wheel, and then use my scissors to pull out the threads. So now both threads are back. I'm going to leave the salvage on here just so you can see that this is salvage, but normally you wouldn't have that. So I'm going to go ahead maybe and just cut that out because I might be too thick in the process. But just note, this is the salvage, this is the warp, and this is the weft of the fabric, hemming something you would most likely be doing on the cross grain, which is what I'm going to be showing you. Trimmed off some of the little hairs on there. You want to place the muslin underneath the ball, giving it some space close to where the needle will be. I'm lifting my foot to see if I can get a little bit better. And I want to make sure so it doesn't jam, I'm going to put 1 stitch on the fabric itself so it's stitching fabric, just like that. And then holding those threads in the back for at least 1 stitch or 2, I'm holding the fabric upward like this over the ball of the roller foot, still holding the back and allowing it to turn. I'm just holding this fabric flat. I have this pulled upward a little bit, helping it roll over the ball itself, keeping a steady hand on it for the final stretch. Lift the presser foot to release the tension, and there you have the rolled hem at 1/8 of an inch wide with this foot. Let's change the foot and loosen that screw just a little bit, lifting it up. Taking it off. We're going to use the hemming scroll sewing machine foot now, putting it where the screw is, and then letting it go down. That way it's in the right placement, and then go ahead and tighten the screw. This foot has a nice feature. It has a little slit here in order to pass the thread down. So all I'm going to do is lift the foot, pass it with that little slit that's there, and then bring it to the back. So now I have both threads in the back. Okay, let's get started with this one. We've got both threads back. I'm lifting the foot. Now I have to feed it in here, in that entire little rolled area. You can see that, I hope. You can see how it's starting to roll. I'm going to put the foot down, hold the threads, and make one stitch. Well, it's hard, one stitch. Now, again, I have this on an angle upward. I still have to hold the back so it doesn't jam, and we're going to start the process. It's very thick fabric, but normally you would use a very fine fabric to do something like this. Okay, continuing, holding this back area and lifting the front on an angle upward. And continuing to help roll it into the actual roller foot. Release the tension, take it off. Let's give it a press. Let's examine now. This is measuring 3/16 in width. The stitch seems to be closer to the fold than the other one, but that is the width of the stitch. And I regret ever getting rid of, I had a collection of roller foot feet that were tremendous because I did a lot of chiffon back in the day, and I got rid of it with the machine itself, and I should have never let it go because industrial feet will pretty much work on most industrial machines. But keep in mind, try your feet out first and test it on fabric to see if it's a true to the measurements and to see if you like the way the actual roll is. All right, thank you for watching.